so here's our read aloud for today. We are reading Famous Rocks this week, and this is read Bearport Publishing, and we are reading this for our interactive read aloud. Famous Rocks. This is written by Ellen Lawrence, and today we are reading we're going to start with A World of Amazing Rocks. Earth is a very rocky place. There are high mountains, deep canyons, and towering cliffs. Some of Earth's rocks are famous for their size. Others are famous for their strange shapes. A bridge made of rocks on Mount Tai in China. And here is Turnip Rock Island in Lake Huron, Michigan. One of the most famous rocks in the United States is Half Dome in California's Yosemite National Park. Half Dome is made of a kind of rock called granite. It is shaped like a dome that has been sliced in half. Another very famous rocky place in the United States is the Grand Canyon. How do you think the Grand Canyon formed? Next section is called the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon in Arizona is one of the most famous rocky places on Earth. 5 million years ago, however, there was no Grand Canyon. There was only a huge area of dry, rocky land. Then the Colorado River began to flow over the land. Over millions of years, the rushing river cut through the rock, carving out the canyon. The Grand Canyon is 277 miles, 446 kilometers long. At its widest point, it is 18 miles, or 29 kilometers wide. In some places, it is more than 1 mile, or 1.6 kilometers deep. And here you can see the Grand Canyon and the Colorado River. Making the Grand Canyon. A river cuts into the rock, making a channel or a pathway. As the river flows, the channel grows deeper and deeper and it becomes a canyon. Rainwater and melted snow wash down the sides of the canyon, breaking away pieces of rock. As the sides of the canyon wear away, it becomes wider and wider. And this would be a good place to pause and jot these in your content journal. Rocky hoodoos. At Bryce Canyon in Utah, snow and rain have created strange rocky shapes called hoodoos. How? Sometimes melted snow trickles into a crack in a large chunk of rock. When the weather gets colder, the water freezes. As the water becomes ice, it expands or gets bigger, pushing the crack in the rock open. Finally, the rock splits and pieces break off, creating a new rocky shape. Rain also helps to create the tall, thin shapes of the hoodoos at Bryce Canyon. As rain washes over the rocks, it breaks off tiny pieces. And there is the hoodoo up close. And then this shows a lot of hoodoos. And that's going to be the end of our read aloud for today. Make sure you have jotted some information from the read aloud in your content journal.